Where's your mom? You know, we're out there looking for her at 11 o'clock at night, and she's nowhere to be found. And we never realized we're walking around in our underwear, our little whitey tighties, and we're only like 2 and 3 years old.
Wow.
You know, so, but one thing I do remember as a kid growing up, for at least the first couple of years of my life, that no matter how bad things were, Christmas, she always made sure there was a tree and toys under it, bro. And
Yeah.
I found out there's several things that I do in my life to feel abundant, right? Number one is put my hands like this. And all I got to do is go this way or go that way.
Yeah.
All right. So I want abundance today. So I'm going to put my hands this way. Going through Grant Cardone training, you learn to dominate the market. Don't compete. You dominate. That is just it. I'm not there to compete against the cheap guy. I'm not there to try to beat the guy's price. You understand? I'm there to dominate.
Get the stuff. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like in my business, it's like buying a car. My customers are like car buyers. You buy a car every 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So they only call me once or twice in a lifetime.
Gotcha.
Right. So my items are big ticket items, generally over 15,000.
So how do you what's the process by which you're getting your clients?
Well, right. It's just Google AdWords.
Okay. So you're running Google ads.
We're running Google ads, if that's the right way. I mean, all I know is I'm doing it, and they just tell you like this, man. When you're running Google ads or it's pay per click.
Oh yeah. Pay per
click, right? Yeah. Google, is that Google? It's Google ads, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Google ads. Yeah, it's Google or Bing. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So it's pay per click, and then what happens is I heard that the more you're active on social media. And you're boosting your page on social media, and the more you're active with Google reviews, somehow the algorithm boosts you up and keeps you up in front of everybody else.
Yes.
You got me? You got to be active. You got to be, because this is all about money, bro.
100%.
Right. It's all about money. And the more that I'm up there, the more that people are engaging, the more that things are happening. Google sees it, and of course they're going to push their money. You know, you're not going to push the guys that are trying to do something in the back row.
Yeah. You always push the guys.
Pay more attention to them.
So now, are you managing everything yourself, or you have a team that you're outsourcing it to?
No, I got. Okay, so I'm a builder in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I don't build.
Okay.
That means I work on my business, not in my business.
Okay, explain a little further just so I can understand. What do you mean on?
I am not the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. You understand? I'm the guy that runs the show. So let's just say if you have a truck and a semi, and you're a semi driver, they call that owner operator.
Okay.
That means the guy that owns the truck also operates the truck.
Yeah.
So he is bound by life wherever that truck takes him. So if he has a load to do and he's got to take that load, let's say to California, and his kid gets sick in the hospital, he has to make a decision. Do I see my kid and lose my pay?
Gotcha.
You got me? So you're bound, you're anchored. If you break your leg, you understand? Is your business gone? How are you going to fix somebody's building and you got a broken leg?
Gotcha. So what are the process and systems that you put in place to make sure you're on versus in?
All right. So, the process and systems, and I do understand that for a lot of people, those are kind of fancy words. And I understand. So they process and system, it is a kind of a process, and there is a little bit of a system. And the way that I run my company right now is I have subcontractors.
Okay.
And so basically all I do is I find the people that need the work done. Okay, I create a contract and agreement with those people. And then from there, I find a team that's going to fulfill the job.
Gotcha. So now what would you say? Because in your perspective, in your way of looking at business, you're looking at business from a position of I'm going to share in the profits or share the profits with the subcontractors.
Oh yeah, but they're not profits. What I believe, what the subcontractors, those are not profits. Those are just the cost of doing business.
Gotcha.
To me, it's not a profit. Yeah. I think there is no profits in a business, man. It's just you know, and the reason why is that if I'm worried about profits, to me, I will go broke, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the reason is that to me, it's just there just has to be this cash flow.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
understand? So yeah, but there's this thing called profits and revenue and all this stuff. But basically, what you're trying to do is you're just trying to live a better quality of life than your
Uh-huh.
neighbor next door.
Okay, so now this is okay. So this is I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. So
Okay.
there's a bunch of people that go, they start a business, and then they get tied and drowned in the business, right? Like for instance, you have the overhead, the accounts, you have so many people you're indebted to.
Right.
Yes, there's a purpose, there's cash flow, but if all this cash flow is coming in, but you're not keeping or making any money, is it a substantial business, right?
No, no, you're making money. You're definitely making money. But again, it's a little hard, man. Probably
Okay.
on my side to explain this. So there is a profit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. If I do a job and let's say it's $20,000, and after all the administrative paperwork, because I have to do the plans and the permits with the city of Chicago,
Yeah.
and I gotta give these people all their paperwork, and then after I pay the guys, let's say 10 grand, 12 grand, let's just say the profit is five.
Okay.
But then there is no profit of 5,000 because I have overhead.
Gotcha.
Right. So is the profit 5,000? No. So now we start taking out light, gas, phone, and there's your true profit down there. You know, but the problem is when you got 60, 70, or 80 jobs happening, let's just say in a 2, 3 month period, it's hard to figure out what your exact profit is.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's just basically,
So how do you protect yourself from the downside of getting eaten alive by those responsibilities?
well,
Bills?
yeah. So, yeah. Well, it's like this is that if I get eaten alive, it's my fault.
Okay.
Got what I'm saying? So all I know is every single day, plus the good Lord somehow watches out for me, bro. Because
Yeah.
every time my account gets low, all of a sudden I get a job or a job or a payment that comes in that covers all the bills.
Yeah.
Got me? So, but when you're running a business and when you're running when you're working on your business instead of in your business, when
Yeah.
you're working on your business, you can think more creatively.
Gotcha.
Because now I can focus on, geez, my account's down. Let's say it's only got $5,000 in it, and I got to keep running this company. Well,
Okay.
then I've got to be creative on how I'm going to get another $10,000, $15,000 into this account
Got you. So where does that creativity come in then? Where does that create? What is
by
that?
working on the business, by working on the business instead of in the business. And then,
Gotcha.
of course, the creativity comes in by, well, of course, when you're working on your business instead of in your business, now you're not focusing. Now I'm not focusing on, you know, the lumber delivery. I'm not
Yeah.
focusing on calling the customer up and telling them come knocking on their door. I'm
Yeah.
not on the what the business does for a living. I'm focusing.
Interesting.
I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on again making the business profitable by again having cash flow come in. You
Gotcha.
understand?
So it's all
So
about the cash flow. Your cash flow is how you stay, the business. Okay. So it's
right,
not really worried about the profit. As long as the money keeps coming in, then everything
exactly.
pretty much is going
E-
right.
exa- Exactly right. And then, of course, when you run a business, you can't have too much of a profit because then you're going to pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's we don't want Uncle Sam on this video. So
We want Uncle Sam is more than welcome because I don't mind paying my taxes, bro. Again,
yeah,
when I lift up my window and I put my head outside the window, this is 5 a.m. in the morning, and I look around and I hear the birds and I hear how quiet it is, and I see my little granddaughter sleeping, and she's just she's in her wildest dream right there. I stick my head back out the window and say, Uncle Sam, how much do I got to pay to be free?
yeah,
You pay any price. You'll pay any price, man, to keep your kids safe. And
absolutely.
yeah, we all do. We all pay our taxes, but we just don't know it. So if you don't think you pay your taxes, you do. Through property tax, sales tax, everything that we get taxed on. So,
Yeah, 100%. But the best part about being a business owner is you get to control how much taxes you pay.
well, of course, exactly right. And that's the whole thing. Is see, Uncle Sam doesn't want you to pay him. What Uncle Sam wants you is to take that money and keep building an economy.
Yeah,
He wants you to buy gas. He wants you to get a car. He wants you to purchase property. He
yeah,
wants you because all those things you're paying taxes on. He wants you to
true.
hire employees. He wants you to buy more books. He wants you to go to seminars, classes. He wants you to get on the planes and fly to your next destination to go do business. They want you to do this because you're building the economy. And they want it's better than a guy that just sits on the sofa and sucks in the money and does nothing.
Makes sense. Makes
Right
sense.
now, he builds an economy, but he builds an economy. The lazy guy to the potato chip company, the soda pop company. Yeah, so he's still building some type of an economy. You got me? He's watching Netflix. Isn't there a subscription for that?
There is a subscription for that. Yeah, I think $9.99 or something. Yeah, I don't watch Netflix, but yeah,
I have no idea, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's interesting. So the name of your company is 1773 Portraits.
Well, no, let me correct you there. It's called 1773.
1773. What's
That's
the
because it's an area code. It's the local area code in Chicago.
okay.
So my phone number, and I'll give it to you guys because you know it anyways. It's public. It's 773
Okay.
767 2437. That's my phone number. But that also spells 1773 Porches, Porches.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. Okay, okay, that's genius.
Right. And I got the idea from driving by one day and I saw 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I says, let me try something. 773, my local area code, Porches. It was disconnected. So frantically, I hurried up and called the phone company and said, can I have that number? And they said, sure. And that's how I started 1773 Porches.
Interesting. So I did some research on the company. You guys, you've been in business since it's been a long time since you've been in business. 1976.
Well, that's when I started that's when I started my journey. I was just going into high school.
Okay, okay, okay.
I started my remodeling. Well, I wasn't forced to doing it. I couldn't find a summer job. There was an old man in the neighborhood, which I used to terrorize.
Okay.
And we terrorized this old man, and he kind of found out where I lived there, Emmanuel. And my mom, being Italian and hot-tempered, if she known what I'd done to that guy, she would have killed me, bro. So he was talking to me in front of my house, telling me, hey, I need some help on my building, and I guess trying to just build a rapport with somebody in the neighborhood that was going to also watch out for him. You got me?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, get away. I don't want to talk to you, being a smart punk and the kid. So the summer job never came. And I says, man, I need a job. Instead of stealing or sticking, I knocked on the guy's door. He says, okay, come a couple hours every day after school. And that's how I got into the business.
Gotcha, man. That's a very interesting story. Now, you guys have since dominated the market, right? In the Chicago area, because you're like the big shot in the area, right?
There's 3 or 4 main porch builders in Chicago, but yes, going through Grant Cardone training, you learn to dominate the market. Don't compete, you dominate. That is just it. I'm not there to compete against the cheap guy. I'm not there to try to beat the guy's price. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm there to dominate. What can I do for the customer that my so-called competition couldn't do? See, most competition and most of our competition, they base their estimates off price. Who is the lowest?
Gotcha.
I'm not here to be the low price leader. I'm here to give you service. What did they miss that can help you? Now, I may come at the same price as them.
Yeah.
Or I may be a little bit more, but I never try to beat the price. Never.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. So now, how you mentioned Grant Cardone and we met on the 10X GrowCon. How has that helped you per se? Like that mindset shift to be a dominant factor in the market.
Well, first of all, when you're doing growth cons, to your audience, when you're attending webinars and seminars and growth conferences, and you attend Toastmasters like I do, and then there's other conferences, just hundreds of them that I attended, you are surrounding yourself around like-minded people that are trying to get themselves out of, like Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
You got to get out of this thing called the matrix, the everyday living that we were taught to live. You understand that? You got what I'm saying? When you're around certain people, you start saying, oh shit. And you look at how stupid the guy looks, and he's making $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Right. What is he doing differently? You understand? What is he doing differently that I'm doing? Okay. Maybe I'm sitting down watching TV too much. Maybe I'm only spending 8 hours at a day instead of 10 hours a day at my job. You understand? If I had one. But But I always get off course when I talk about these things.
Yeah.
My fault, man. Anyways, go ahead, man. What was the question again?
No. It was talking about you were talking about, how you go to,
The
10X Growth
10X.
Con and how the conferences
Oh
are
yeah, yeah,
helping
yeah.
you
Right.
surround yourself with like-minded people.
Right. You're around like-minded people that are doing things. And again, even when you go to the events, where are you sitting?
Yeah.
You understand? I always tell the guys on my Zoom calls, and this is the truth, bro. The room in the back smells more different than the front row.
You told me that.
Right? All you gotta do is go to the front row and go like this, and then go into the back row and go. You will smell. You will
I mean,
smell. You can smell the money up front.
it's cleaner. The air is
It's
cleaner.
cleaner. The air is cleaner. The things are fresher. There's more abundance in the front.
Yeah,
There's more. We're not thinking lack. You understand? I mean,
that's true.
yeah, it's all a mindset. It's just, if you're in the back row, I can guarantee you those people are thinking lack.
That's true.
You understand? Most of these people got the money to be in the front row, bro. They're just thinking, well, shit, if I spend $20,000 on a ticket, it's going to take me 10 years to build it back up.
Gotcha.
Your mindset,
So how much of success do you think is, because hard work plays a role, but how much of success is actually that abundance mindset?
Oh, it's all of it. It's 100%, bro. Let me explain. Let me just explain this to people. And it's so simple, bro. And
Yeah.
I found out there's several things that I do in my life to feel abundant, right? Number one is put my hands like this. And all you got to do is go this way or go that way.
Yeah.
All right. So I want abundance today. So I'm going to put my hands this way. If I want lack, I'll go that way. So always go this way. Always think and feel in abundance.
Gotcha.
There was more out here to life that we can shake a stick at, but we choose. There's a guy that talks about a cherry tree.
Okay.
And the cherry tree grows more cherries than we can possibly ever eat. The problem is society, because I grow the cherry tree. It's in my backyard.
Yeah.
I watered it. I fertilized it. Now I've got 50,000 cherries. I could only eat maybe, let's say, 1,000 out of the 50,000.
Gotcha.
Because I got the 50,000 cherries, now people are calling me greedy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Why you got so much? You understand? And as we're picking the cherries now, we're thinking about what those people are saying about us.
Gotcha.
I got too much. You understand? Oh, why I have too much? How come I'm not sharing these? And I never said I wasn't sharing them. You understand? We start picking as human beings the bad ones because we don't feel good enough. We don't want to reach to the good, plump, juicy cherry because of what we think people are going to think about us. So that's our abundance mindset, that the abundance is there. We just got to go after it. And we got to focus towards the juicy cherry and stop worrying about. See, what holds us back is what people think about us, what most people say. And that's exactly what holds, I'm probably telling you, 95% of the population back is, what are they going to think about it? Oh, I'm going to fail. They're going to laugh at me. I hope I fail. I want to see them laugh. I have a marketing class here, right? At the end of the month. I hadn't had one person sign up yet. I haven't had one person. I have interest, but nobody signed up yet. But that's okay. But you see, I'm doing something. Now, other people, he had a class. It didn't work out. Well, shit, yeah. See, I'd rather be known for failing at doing something than nobody knowing me at all.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, I pride myself like this for all the things that I fail on and all the things that I succeed on. I'm very good at my construction company. You understand? That's where I succeed. That's my gift. The porch business is my gift.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. And you heard the gift by Steve Harvey?
I've heard it talk, like you talking about what he talks about on his show.
Yeah. Well, he's a motivational speaker.
Yes.
And before he has a show, he talks to his audience. And there's one of the things he talks to the people about is a thing called the gift.
Okay.
Everybody has a gift.
Okay.
I mean, you can bake pie, you can cut hair, You can teach somebody. You could be the best cake maker, but everybody has a gift. And first, you got to discover your gift, know what your gift is, and run with it. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes you know what my gift is the porch business, so I'm running with it because that's my big money maker. You
Okay.
understand? Almost $2 million a year in revenue.
Okay.
Right. So I know what my money maker is. I know what my gift is, so I'm running with it. All the other stuff is just like throwing a seminar or throwing a marketing class. Those are not my gifts, but they're passions that I like to do that may turn into my gift one day. You got me?
Okay.
Right. So that's how I go with my life. Was basically I go with my gift, the one that makes me my money, the one that pays my bills, and then I still pursue my passions, and that's my speaking and my seminar business.
Sure. Interesting. So now where can people find you, I guess, to sign up for your marketing class every month? What is the where can they find you?
Well, I have a Facebook page,
Okay.
Chicago Entrepreneur. Why do I do Facebook? I think Instagram. First of all, when I just turn on Instagram, they're shaking and you know, I don't want to see this stuff, man. Violence. I don't want to see slapping.
Yeah,
I don't want to see this stuff, man. I just, you know what? I mean, if you look for it, you'll find it. Not all,
true. True. That is true.
you gotta be working to try to, it's just I don't know. I like
Too
TikTok.
much distractions. Yeah,
Huh?
too much distractions on Instagram.
Too much distraction on Instagram. Facebook is probably not so bad, but to me, there's an older crowd on Facebook,
Gotcha.
and the older crowd, has the money. So if I push everything on Facebook, I do Instagram also because I have no choice. But Facebook is, that's just am I making money off it? No. But if people want to see or troll me, meaning my customers, they can go right to Facebook and see everything I'm doing.
Gotcha. Interesting. Now, also, I want to talk about something here. Is the You do a lot of work with the community, right? You do a lot of donations to charity.
I do a toy drive every year, man. Yeah, it's my passion, bro.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about that, man, because I think that's a very noble thing to
Right.
do.
So first of all, why I do a toy drive? I do a toy drive because when I was a little boy, my mom had three boys, like 1, 2, and 3 years old. We had no father,
Yeah.
and I guess we drove her fucking crazy. Sorry about the language. And because of that, she was very abusive.
Interesting.
Right. And because of the abuse, we didn't live a real good life, meaning that there was daily beatings and then we're talking about beatings, dude. And then, just being at home alone, where's your mom? We're out there looking for her at 11 o'clock at night and she's nowhere to be found. And we never realized we're walking around in our underwear, our little whitey tighties, and we're only like 2 and 3 years old.
Wow.
So, but one thing I do remember as a kid growing up, for at least the first couple of years of my life, that no matter how bad things were, Christmas, she always made sure there was a tree and toys under it.
Mm,
So if I could, and of course, as we grew older, 4, 5, 6, 7, we were more able to take care of ourselves as young kids. Our mom became a great mom.
gotcha.
Very supportive. Everybody basically in our family ran their own little business. I guess we were pushed by our mom or whatever. But anyways, she ended up becoming a great mother. And the worst thing she did was send me to karate school because she couldn't hit me with a broomstick anymore.
Yeah.
Mom, you messed up. Don't even try. She just stopped. So all that stuff stopped. She was a great mom all the way to the day she passed. And she saw me become successful. So she was so proud of me. You understand? To see
Yeah.
her son make it and not become because of drugs and alcohol and prison. There was a part of my life that was like that. But the toy drive is what gets me up in the morning. It's when you run a business, guys, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be days upon days upon days. You're going to wake up and the first thing you're going to do is look at your bank account. And you're going to say, oh man, I got to get up. But,
Yeah.
And then you got customers you got to deal with and employees you got to deal with and just people you got to deal with. And that's why most people don't run a business because they know they're going to have to do most of this stuff. But the toy drive is what wakes me up and gets me out of bed because now if I do something, I got to do it for the kids, for the children.
Wow. And now is that something which you're accepting, donors or people to donate or kind of participate in some way?
Yeah, well, my customers generally pay now. We started charging for our estimates,
Okay.
and we really don't go outside of that. I mean, I do ask on Facebook under Chicago Entrepreneur if you guys want to Zelle $50, $100. You know, you could do that, and then you can. We'll give you a quick video or a quick shout out. You know, hey, thank you. This is what you bought. You got what I'm saying? Because I always put it out there. You know, hey, thank you, but we really don't reach out for donations because our customers right now are paying for it. And most people don't really like sometimes now that you're asking for stuff. I mean, it's hard, but I learned from Grant Cardone, man, just ask. Hell with it. You understand? What's so hard to ask for anything? You know, if you see me, I'm gonna push you. You know, if you see me, I'm gonna ask you, you know, hey, look, you got $50 to donate. You understand? I remember when I first met Grant Cardone. First time I ever met him. And I was sitting in the front row at 10X conference in Vegas. And I said, oh, there's Grant Cardone. Let me go say hi. I want to shake his hand. You know what's the first thing he told me?
What?
Hey, would you like to buy a ticket to next year's event? Hey, bro, how about a hug first? You got me? But no, he went straight to it. Hey, man, would you like to buy a ticket to next month's event or next year's event? I'm like, bro, you a true salesman. You know, so but I'm not like that. I'm not with my donations. Again, I have my clients pay for that. If them people want to donate, sure, it's more than welcome. But
at what time of the year does this usually happen? So people can be more aware of it. Yeah.
January 1st, brother.
January 1st. So every January 1st.
January 1st, we go buy a whole load of toys. Just to get started, just to let people know on social media, hey, we're moving on this thing.
Gotcha.
You got me? I've got a lot. My goal is 1,000 toys. Well, this year's 1,200.
Gotcha.
You know, the highest I ever went was 700.
Okay.
And then we've had a slow 4 months over here in construction in Chicago. Anyone running a business knows what, you know, they know what's up.
Yeah.
You know, just the slowdown with the economy and everything like that. But now that things are picking up, the toys are coming in a little faster.
Okay. So, so Victor, is it okay if we do a part 2? Because I'm going to I'm in my hotel and I'm going to run and catch my flight. But I just really wanted to record this content so I could put something out there, get the audience, you know, more familiar with you. And then I'm going to put out a part 2, if we can do a part 2, hopefully in person. All right.
Well,
huh?
Where you at, man? Where you at, bro?
I'm all over the place, man. I live in North Carolina, but I'm in between North Carolina, Florida, and DC.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago, bro. So
but I'll come down to Chicago. I've always wanted to go to Chicago.
Yeah, come on down. See, and see, that's the good thing about having a